What is up, legends? Welcome back to FC Sean Predicts, where the ball is round, the takes are spicy, and we hit more predictions than your favorite pundit on a good day. It's game week 33 time, but before we dive in, let's quickly look back at our game week 32 predictions and see how good or bad we did. Spoiler alert, 6 or 7 out of 10 as per usual. We don't miss too many shots in here. So the first one, Southampton Aston Villa. Our tip was Aston Villa to win, combined was under 4.5 goals with the odds of 2.0. Actual result was 0-3 for Aston Villa. We hit our tip. The following match, Chelsea were hosting Ipswich. Our tip was both teams to score with the odds of 1.80. The actual result was 2-2. We hit another tip right there. And the following match, Wolves were hosting Tottenham. We missed the tip, but we hit the correct winner. We predicted that Wolves are going to beat Tottenham with the odds of 2.30. So actual result was 4-2 for Wolves. The following match, Newcastle were hosting Manchester United. Our tip was Newcastle double chance, combined was Newcastle to score 2 or more goals with the odds of 1.75. We hit that tip because the actual result was 4-1. The following match, Liverpool were hosting West Ham. Our tip was Liverpool to win, combined was under 4.5 goals with the odds of 1.75. The actual result was 2-1 for Liverpool with another tip there. And the following match, Manchester City were hosting Crystal Palace. Our tip was Manchester City double chance, combined was both teams to score. I knew Crystal Palace would score in that game with the odds of 1.95. We hit that tip. The actual result was 5-2 Manchester City. We hit a couple of other tips from European top 5 leagues. In League 1, we predicted Angers to beat Montpellier with the odds of 1.95. Actual result 2-0. From Bundesliga, Kiel, Pauli over 2.5 goals, 1.90. The actual result was 1-2 with that tip. And another Bundesliga match, Eintracht to beat Heidenheim with the odds of 1.75. Actual result 3-0. Following match from Serie A Italy, Venezia to beat Monza with the odds of 1.77. Actual result 1-0. We hit that tip as well. And the other 4 Premier League matches that we missed, you could see on the bottom. So yeah, that was our Premier League Week 32 reviews. Don't be confused about those Europe's top 5 leagues. We do not have videos for them, but I usually leave those predictions in the comment section in this video. And I'm gonna try to do the same this week. I'm gonna select the picks that I think is with good odds, and I'm gonna leave them in the comment section. So keep an eye out for that. And now, without further ado, let's go to the first match of Game Week 33. First match of the week, Brentford will be hosting Brighton, 11th against the 10th. Both teams roll in with identical records, 1 win, 2 draws and 2 losses. Brentford pulled a mini heist at Emirates Stadium by stealing a point from Arsenal like they're Ocean's 11 in boots. Brighton, well, they let Leicester come into their house and walk away with a 2-2 draw. That's like forgetting to lock your door and finding someone in your kitchen doing their stuff. Now let's talk head to head. These two faced each other recently twice, and both games ended with a thrilling scoreline 0-0 twice, back to back. It's giving that paint drying energy. At home, Brentford have been allergic to winning. They had 0 W's in their 5 attempts. Brighton, from the other side, they pulled off 2 slick away wins just to confuse their own fans, I guess. So if you're tuning in, make sure you bring snacks and maybe a pillow, and just hope that someone breaks that 0-0 curse. So my score prediction for this match is 1-1 draw, and my tip is Brighton double chance, combined with under 4.5 goals, odds 1.85. On to the next one, Crystal Palace will be hosting Bournemouth, 12th against the 8th. Palace were soaring on an 8 unbeaten run until Manchester City came in like a wrecking ball and handed them a humbling 5-2 loss. Brutal. And right after that, Crystal Palace yesterday had to face Newcastle, and Newcastle beat them 5-0. I don't know what Manchester City started there. Meanwhile, Bournemouth finally remembered what winning feels like by beating Fulham 1-0 after their 5 winless games, and now they're just 6 points away from the European competition spot. Last times these two teams faced each other, 0-0 draw. It felt like both teams hit snooze for 90 minutes. But fun fact, the last time Bournemouth visited Selhurst Park, they walked away with a 2-0 win. Palace, you may hide your welcome mat. But lately, Palace matches have been a wipe. In their last 6 outings, they brought us over 20 goals, or thank Oliver Glasner, he was doing a terrific job before these 2 last losses. So this will be a perfect chance for Crystal Palace to get back on a winning streak again. My score prediction for this match is 2-1 for Crystal Palace, and my tip is Crystal Palace double chance combined with both teams to score, odds juicy 2.20. On to the next one. Everton will be hosting Manchester City, 13th against the 5th. Now Premier League will have 5 spots for the next season's Champions League, and that's a good news for Manchester City, who's currently sitting in the 5th place. But don't get too comfy. Aston Villa and Chelsea lurking just 1 point behind, sharpening their knives. The rest of the season is gonna be fire. Now back to this clash. David Moyes is doing a terrific job, not only saving Everton from the relegation zone, but genuinely pushing for a top 10 finish. They've been killing it lately. In their last outing, they turned heads by beating 3rd place Nottingham Forest in an away match 1-0. This fixture is not a guaranteed win for City, because Everton are not playing like underdogs anymore, but more like a team that has something to prove. Now the biggest question is, can now Everton beat 5th place Manchester City after beating 3rd place Nottingham back to back? My score prediction for this match is 1-2 for Manchester City, and my tip is Manchester City double chance combined with both teams to score, odds 2.10. On to the next one. West Ham will be hosting Southampton, 17th against the 20th. West Ham almost pulled off a draw at Anfield, scoring in the 86th minute, but Liverpool didn't think so. They scored in the 89th minute and won that game 2-1. Southampton from the other side lost at home against Aston Villa 3-0 in their last outing. Interesting fact between these two teams is that the last 2 times they faced each other, both games ended with the same scoreline, 1-0 for West Ham. I don't think there's too much to talk on this one. My score prediction for this match is 2-1 for West Ham, and my tip is West Ham to win combined with under 4.5 goals, odds 1.95. On to the next one. Aston Villa will be hosting Newcastle, 7th against the 3rd. This is one of the games I'm genuinely excited for. Aston Villa almost pulled off an incredible comeback against PSG at Villa Park, and that was pure drama, edge of your seat football. And to all Villa fans watching this, you should seriously be proud of your team. That performance wasn't just impressive. While watching it, I started questioning, wait a second, are we gonna witness PSG bottling it again? We are planning to make a history. Unai Emery before the game. And they almost did. Despite being down 2-0, Unai Emery didn't back down for a second. He kept inspiring and pushing his team and make them believe in themselves that they could do it. The result? A jaw-dropping response, 3 goals, and this kind of mentality that turns a good team into a great team, and that's exactly what we witnessed. Back to this game, surprisingly the last 3 matches between these two teams were won by Newcastle. Can the Magpies do it again? My score prediction for this match is 2-2 draw, and my tip is Aston Villa double chance combined with both teams to score, odds 2.15. On to the next one. Fulham will be hosting Chelsea, 9th against the 6th. You never really know what you're gonna get from Fulham. They just beat Liverpool at home 3-2 and then just turned around to Bournemouth and lost that game 1-0. Typical Fulham, take it from the rich, give it to the poor. No disrespect to Bournemouth. As for Chelsea, they've got one eye on Europe. They're heading into the second leg of their Conference League against Legia Warsaw, but winning the first leg 3-0, they can actually rest some legs. Back to this game. In reverse fixture, Fulham were actually able to defeat Chelsea at Stamford Bridge 2-1, but the last time Chelsea visited Fulham, that game ended 2-0 for the guests, Chelsea. This one has serious European competition implications. Both teams are fighting for those designated spots, so you can expect some fireworks. My score prediction for this match is 1-1 draw, and my tip is Fulham double chance combined with under 4.5 goals, odds 1.75. On to the next one. Ipswich will be hosting Arsenal, 18th against the 2nd. Arsenal may have kissed their Premier League title hopes goodbye, but they're making serious noise in the Champions League, beating Real Madrid 5-1 on aggregate. That was one of the biggest shockers in the Champions League this season so far. Ipswich from the other side fighting hard, taking their small chance to survive the relegation zone. They beat Bournemouth and drew against Chelsea in their recent outings. But Arsenal from the other side, they would either be super hyped up after that game at Santiago Bernabeu, or they would be really exhausted, and Mikel Arteta may actually rotate some of the players. In reverse fixture, Arsenal were able to defeat Ipswich 1-0 at Etihad Stadium, but the last time the Gunners visited Ipswich, that was back in 2011, that game actually ended 1-0 for Ipswich. So my score prediction for this match is 1-2 for Arsenal, and my tip is both teams to score, odds 1.95. On to the next one. Manchester United will be hosting Wolves, 14th against the 16th. Only 3 points are separating these two teams. Wolves are killing it with 4 wins and 1 draw in their last 5, but cannot say the same for Manchester United with only 1 win, 2 draws and 2 losses. And surprisingly, United has the same home record with 1 win, 2 draws and 2 losses. Manchester United may be flirting with mid-table mediocrity, but hey, they still got that Europa League to dream about. In Manchester United's last outing, Newcastle slapped them 4-1 like it was personal, and meanwhile, Wolves dropped 4 on Spurs like they were handing out coupons. And these two, yeah, the past games haven't disappointed. In reverse fixture, Wolves were able to defeat Manchester United 2-0, but the last time Wolves visited United, that game ended 1-0 for the home team Manchester. So my score prediction for this match is 2-2 draw, and my tip is both teams to score, odds 1.75. On to the next one. Leicester will be hosting Liverpool, 19th against the 1st. Leicester finally broke their silence. After 8 losses without scoring, they finally drew against Brighton in that away match 2-2. Meanwhile, Liverpool edged West Ham 2-1 and staring down the finish line now. Premier League title celebration can be right around the corner. Things aren't looking good for the Foxes though. Their relegation could be sealed before even this kickoff starts, but if they do survive until then they must win this game to keep their dream alive. And here's the stat that nobody wants. Leicester have failed to score in their last 8 home games, and if they're gonna fail to score in the upcoming game, then they're gonna be the 9th team in the Premier League history to hit that record, which nobody wants. So my score prediction for this match is 1-3 for Liverpool, and my tip is both teams to score, odds 1.95. On to the next one. Tottenham will be hosting Nottingham, 15th against the 4th. Spurs have a Europa League match coming up in Germany. After drawing their first leg 1-1 at home, they better pack their form with their luggage. Last weekend, they got cooked by Wolves 4-2, like properly seasoned and grilled. Forest, not much better, lost to Aston Villa 2-1 and 1-0 to Everton after that. Basically, both teams are coming into this match with L's in their pockets. And Forest, after clinging to the 3rd place like it was the last donut at the staff meeting, they slipped to the 4th place after yesterday's Newcastle win over Crystal Palace, which ended 5-0. I really wanted Nottingham in the Champions League next season, but if they keep handing out points like a party favor, then it would be a miracle if they get added to the Europe Conference League group chat. And you know what? I'm gonna back one of these teams. My score prediction for this match is 0-1 for Nottingham Forest, and my tip is Forest double chance combined with under 4.5 goals, odds 1.85. That's all guys, that was our Premier League Match Week 33 predictions. Leave your comments and predictions in the comment section, and as always, put thumbs up if you liked the video. Also subscribe so you're not gonna miss out on next releases, and bye for now.